What is going on to all of my Libras out there? That was kind of a fast start for me, but let's get into it. Hope y'all are having a great day. I am. Some things in my life are starting to pick up because I told y'all that this emotional work, it does work, right? It does give you benefits, and a lot of things in my life are starting to look up for the better, right? So may you Libras go out there and y'all do the work yourselves, but you Libras have the Page of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the Moon, Tower, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and last but not least, the Ten of Swords. So what I'm seeing here for a lot of you is I'm seeing how a lot of you Libras, the Page of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Moon. Okay. So the Page of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Moon is about how a lot of you Libras as well have had to ask yourselves about the relationships, this uh, current relationship that you've had that you stopped being in. This could, I'll say this can either be something currently that you just got out of, but or the distant past, right? More so something current, okay, or something that you're still thinking about. I'm gonna trust my gut here and say it's something current. The Page of Wands and the Two of Pentacles and the Moon is about you now, like, again, taking a look at kind of the situations that a lot of you Libras have been going through with this person. The Tower and the Knight of Wands is this person and you just don't seem to necessarily be on the same page. And a lot of you Libras have taken notice to the fact that you and this person are not necessarily on the same page. And a lot of you Libras want to know why. That's why it is that you have the Moon and the Tower, because these are cards that represent a shakeup in one's reality, a big shakeup where things are not necessarily going right. And that's for a reason. The reason why is because I want to help y'all out. The reason why it is that it's not going right is because you're supposed to be better than this. See, a lot of times relationships don't work for us because that's a sign from our higher selves. And I may have to do a video talking about what the higher self is, you know, um, from our higher selves showing us that we are not supposed to be in this relationship. And that it's actually a good idea that things didn't really work out as far as this relationship is concerned, because if it did, then it means that that would have been the level that we were on ultimately, which is a dysfunctional level. Because that's why it is that there's a saying that says birds of a feather flock together, because people who are dysfunctional hang out with people who are dysfunctional. And that you could be as dysfunctional as what, but as soon as you decide that you really do want to make a change and you start taking consistent action to create that change, you're automatically different. You're automatically different. No matter how, no matter no matter what go on, no matter what you think is going on, that makes you automatically different. Why? Because you're different because you've made the change. You've actually taken the leap. You have direction. You know what's going on with yourself. And the thing is that the Knight of Wands represents this person not providing that to you at all, right? Or I don't, like I said before, if it was a major arcana, then I would have thought that it was someone from the distant past, but someone that you were just trying to get to know has shown you a lot of things that people from the distant past has shown you. And you Libras have realized that there's a pattern. Well, good, because Libra is the zodiac sign of recognizing patterns. Virgo is the patterns. Libra recognizes or understands where the pattern is. So I should say Virgo and Libra, basically, and they're right next to each other. So since a lot of you Libras are adept or very good at recognizing patterns, seeing certain things, right? That means that you're halfway there. You're halfway there. You're halfway off of the hamster wheel, right? The wheel of fortune. You're halfway there to where you can now get off of someone else's wheel, or the wheel that, you're just supposed to be tossed around by life, basically, and being broken down by life, to now you create your own wheel, and you go, and the wheel actually goes places. You go anywhere you want. And the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands represents, though, is that you realize that you're not going to be able to actually be in a functional relationship with people who are too busy overseeing overseeing you, right? I.e., codependent. You're not going to be, a lot of you Libras understand that you're not going to be in a relationship with someone who very much so is codependent, reliant or relying on you to fix all of their life's problems, relying on you to be at every location and to know wherever you are, in every single location, no matter where you are at all times. The Five of Pentacles represents how this is a situation for you, where the Five of Pentacles is ultimately about you Libras understanding that you don't fit this type of relationship style anymore. You don't fit this, right? And shout outs to Cartomancy Seer for this, for bringing this back. One element of the game too, in on itself, right? Because we're getting deeper now. We're going down this rabbit hole where, my knowledge is changing, not because the core knowledge has changed, but because I'm giving you new elements of it for you to consider. Is that it's also your relationship style, right? Like, you know, most relationship styles are unhealthy. Most people think that relationship styles are very much so healthy, but in actuality, they're not. The majority of relationship styles are not healthy. They're actually quite sadomasochistic. And why I'm saying that is because um, codependency. So codependency type of relationship style, right? That most people are actually unfortunately caught up in, right? Is where two people who are dysfunctional and detrimental to each other can't seem to actually leave each other alone. And that's the issue, right? That's the issue. The issue of, that you have to leave these people alone, because if you don't, they are not going to raise you up just like you would raise them up. They're only here to be a parasite. They're only here to be parasitic and take from you, but never offer anything that has substance as well in exchange, right? Because the idea of, I am the prize, but I always say this off camera, I always say this off camera when I'm kind of um, thinking to myself, why can't both people be the prize in a relationship? Why does it have to be exclusively one person being the prize and only the other person? That type of mentality and dynamic as well is what is dysfunctional, because you're trying to downgrade or denigrate the other person's value by raising up your own, by overestimating and raising up your own value by saying, yeah, but da 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 da. While at the same time, you don't necessarily really seem to understand that, don't necessarily count the other person out. The person, depending on their situation, is capable of rising out of that, but they just have to learn the consciousness. They have to learn the awareness first and foremost. And the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Swords represents just that. A lot of you Libras understand that your relationships, the way that you used to interact with relationships wasn't healthy, so you had to change something, and that a lot of you Libras did. And now you're seeing that, oh, this isn't just me. And you're right, it isn't just you. It's a lot of other people, you know. It's a lot of other people, myself included. You know, I used to be very codependent when I was younger, you know. I used to be in relationships with people that would want me, you know, that would basically want me to, if they wanted me, it would basically tell me that if I wanted to be closer to them, I would have to cut my wrists. And when I was younger, I would do that. That's the reason why if you see on my arms and stuff like, well, you can't see it, but um like on my arms and stuff like this or whatnot, you would see like certain cuts and stuff like this because the reason, but it's covered with a tattoo now, right? I covered that up because symbolically I covered it up because there wasn't pain like that in me anymore. But I did it, you know. And for you Libras, it's the same thing as well. So the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Swords represents you have to learn to forgive yourself, you know, just as it is I was talking about. You know, learn to forgive yourself. Learn to understand that, you know, forgive, you know, you have to learn to understand that you are loved, but the love has to begin from within first. It does. It has to begin from within. You can't put yourself in a situation where you take everything personally to think that people are doing this to you because they're targeting specifically you. For you Libras, it's not even that. It's really no one like that's like that really. It's more so about understanding to not take it personally. So let's clarify some cards. Let's clarify the moon. Let's clarify the moon. So to clarify the moon, we have, oh wow, some cards upside down. We have the Ace of Swords, ugh, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. Come here. That's my cat there. But um the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords represent, well, the situation is that, so now that you've gone through this level of awareness, what you should do next, right, for you Libras, right, to continue to make that development is now to learn to observe this type of behaviorisms that you used to once have, that you are currently curing yourselves from for a lifetime in other people. So that when people give that to you because they're damaged, you'll know what to look out for and you'll know when to leave. Okay. So the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups represents, again, the separation. Knowing when to leave is also a healthy trait. The Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, because all the people who come to you, they are not necessarily going to be high quality relationships. That's why a functional high quality relationship is so rare to have. Because both people who are healthy and who are ready and willing and will take action to be in a relationship, that is rare, right? Like in the Kabbalah, when you get to a certain point, there's a such thing called the divine feminine. In the Kabbalah, there's a such thing called the divine masculine, and that represents when people, y'all know who you are, when everyone makes a decision that they've gone through a certain amount of experiences, they've learned, they've applied it, and now they have become perfected in that way where they're ready to be in a relationship. They're on it. They know they have a basic, strong foundational yellow brick road understanding of what it is that they should do and what they will do if they get a chance to be in a relationship ever again. And they are going to do it. So let's clarify. I don't know if I said this, but if this reading is bringing you value, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called a link tree. Click on it. It'll redirect you to a website that has my books that are on Amazon, my private tarot readings, my Instagram page in which you can give me a follow, the clothing store where I sell everything from pants, shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, coffee mugs, as well as my email address, just in case if you're trying to come through for a reading, because I am available to do a reading today. Come through. Why not? And just in case if you don't want to pay me through the website, because it'll have a buy now button on it, which is clickable, you can always feel free to contact me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com, and we'll set up a way for you to pay me. Thanks. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. The Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Page of Wands. Yes, you're finally ready. A lot of you Libras are finally ready to move forward with your own development and leave dysfunctional relationships behind and step up. And I'm so glad for a lot of y'all. Finally done with, self-victimization. Finally done with feeling sorry for yourself, basically. And you're ready to move forward. Page of Wands, Eight of Cups. No more blaming yourself and blaming other people for the dysfunctional relationships. Learning how to forgive this person, not forget, because there is value in keeping that memory alive, but learning to forgive it and become at peace with it, because there's lessons to be learned from holding on to that memory. Just don't let it affect you in an emotional way where you lash out at people and it becomes dysfunctional is all. But that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. We almost there, baby. We at 4,648 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Hit the notification bell. Set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Love y'all.